Hi Will, this is Douglas out in the middle of the redwood forest in Northern California. I have a hard time getting down onto the ground, so I'm going to be filming most of this from my chair, and I've got a couple of assistants here, my son and our friend, to actually set up the trap. We've chosen a figure 4 deadfall, so it's a no cordage trap with everything is gathered from the area where you are. You don't have to carry in anything except your axe or saw and your knife. Okay, this is our figure 4 deadfall set up. I'm going to have Jack trip it here in a second. Go ahead. Now normally we'd have a lot more weight on the deadfall, but where we're at, we're not really supposed to be doing this, so we're doing it with what we can find quickly. And we'll be back with our fires in just a minute. Oh, just in case Chris Tanner sees this, I do have my fixed blade knife with a fire steel and tender quicks on my belt. I just took it off to film this. Decided not to use this as my plant identification because it was kind of cheating, but one plant that I can identify real easily is the California redwood. This is one that fell down, and it's starting to have trees grow out of its dead self growing up. But this is the root ball of what used to be a 300-foot tree. Okay, for my plant identification, this is pampas grass, also known as sawgrass. It's an invasive species around here. And if you look in and see the brown blades inside, those work really well as a tender bundle. You crumple them up and twist them into a bird's nest, and they're really good at catching fire. Okay, this is my version of a waterproof fire kit. This is an old NBC decon kit from when I was in the Army. For the man-made, I'm going to be using some of these tender quicks, although I do have wet fire and matches and a lighter in here as backups. I'll worry about that some other day. For the wet fire, it's almost too easy. Just gotta fluff it up a little bit. Set it in my tender bundle. And okay, stop. Oh, there it goes. And we have fire. So I got my little twigs to put in here. Man-made tender fire right there. Oh, and as for the location, my area is in a really bad fire danger. We're in the middle of a bad drought, so we're having to use the barbecue pit because it's really dangerous to be trying to start a fire out under the trees. Okay, because of some technical difficulties and a dead battery, we're at yet another location. This time I have the bay behind me. We're doing a 1-stick fire for the natural tender. Go. Not the driest 1-stick fire, so it's going to take me a second. We have fire.
And we can see the fire.
That is my 1-stick fire for natural tinder, and because we're in a drought area and don't want to start a forest fire, we're going to do this. And then we're going to go change my jeans because I'm wet.